and they're not doing anything to prepare Korea for the possible social conflicts that will actually happen in the future.
So what would you have them do then?
So as of now, that's the main thing, because there's no particular ministry who can actually or who would want to work for a long for a project which needs, you know, a bit of a time,
right,
a long time to do. So the need for an independent agency or an independent committee or an independent organization to be to do all this stuff, and then to actually gather all of the multicultural policies, control them, and you know, have control over the policies and how the ministries actually do all these policies and all these programs, so we can have at least we can have you know, a definite like a definite work table on what we have to do. We have a definite plan on what we have right now, and then we can just gather them all and have a particular organization to work through it.
This idea of having a committee basically watching over all the policies that deal with multicultural, the thing we talked about earlier.
Yes, to be able to regulate all of the multicultural policies, as well as the projects being done by almost all of the ministries. So it will actually ensure proper rendering of the policies, as well as to avoid overlap of programs, because, like, for example, like the Ministry of Gender, MOGEF right now, Ministry of Gender Equality, is actually, they actually have this Korean language program. Most of the budget that they're using is for the Korean language program, which also the Ministry of Justice is doing. So, you know, it's like two particular, almost the same projects, and the two different ministries fighting for it, and then two budgets going in there. So what the multicultural society, what the multicultural families actually need, they're not actually getting, because you're having this duplication of projects and everything.
Streamline the process a bit better. I promised at the top we would talk about President-elect Park Geun-hye's National Happiness Campaign. We're running short on time, but I do want to bring it up really quickly here.
Okay.
She is promoting this campaign. In your mind, what does happiness look like for multicultural families in Korea in the long term? What would you advise President-elect Park to do?
Well, actually, during the past presidential election, we have campaign pledges. We actually made lots of campaign pledges, and we just hope most of the campaign pledges that we have is, of course, for them to be able support for the multicultural families. But as far as I know, multicultural families has been here, like they've been here for 20 years, 30 years, so we have to get ready for the future. So and kind of we have all these campaign pledges worked out for. It's a systematic campaign pledge, you know, not only for the immigrant themselves, but for the family and for the whole Korea itself. So I think if all of the campaign pledges that we made last year for the presidential elections, if each one of them gets organized and you know, gets to happen, I think we will have a better multicultural. How can I say that? A better look on the multicultural society of Korea in the future.
It's certainly a tall task and one that's going to take time, but you will be working hard over the next few years to address those issues. Jasmine Lee, thank you very much for taking time to speak with us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
And thank you very much, as always, for watching. We'll see you next week after 10.